Everton are still hurtling in the wrong direction under Frank Lampard. Everton are in serious trouble. If they didn't know it before, they do now. Monday night's chastening defeat by Tottenham has left them in deep trouble, looking over their shoulders at the relegation zone below. Defeat by Antonio Conte's men was alarming in every sense, from the 5-0 scoreline, to the individual errors, to the sheer lack of effort from some in blue. Frank Lampard took charge in January with a view to steering the club in the right direction after a steep drop-off in form under Rafa Benitez. In truth, their plight has only worsened. 13 thirds, Wolves, H, 17 thirds, Newcastle, H, 3/4, West Ham, A, 9/4, Manchester United, H, 23/4, Liverpool, A, matches with Watford, A, and Crystal Palace, H, are both postponed with a new date. TBC issues were plain to see on Monday. Michael Keane put the ball past his own goalkeeper inside 15 minutes. It was the second mistake the defender has made in as many Premier League appearances. His late lapse at home to Manchester City the previous weekend allowed Phil Foden to steal in for a winner. Jordan Pickford, usually so reliable, was at fault for the second moments later, letting Son Heung-min's effort slither under his body on its way to the far corner. Lampard said after the game that Anthony Gordon was the only player to emerge from the game with even a semblance of credit. Anthony Gordon was our standout player because of his attitude and quality. Some other performances were not up to scratch, he told reporters at full time. It is of immense worry that a 21-year-old who has come through the youth ranks is the one setting the standards in a side that are now 17th, just one place and 1 point above the relegation zone. Lampard brought in 2 deadline day signings to help Everton up the table. To date, Donny van de Beek has done nothing to suggest Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick were wrong in their decisions to afford him little playing time at Manchester United. Dele Alli has done precious little either and remains a fixture on the substitutes bench despite switching Spurs for Everton. There is plenty of other cause for alarm too. Not least in the numbers. Defeat at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium left Everton with just 22 points from their first 25 games of the season. It's their lowest return ever at this stage in a top-flight season. It was also the 4th time they have suffered defeat under Lampard in the Premier League in just his 5th match. A 3-0 victory against a lowly Leeds side is the only points the Toffees have managed to put on the board since his arrival. It was also the former Chelsea boss's heaviest defeat as a manager. With matches against 5 of the current top 6 still to come, that could feasibly change yet again. It is not just at the back that issues are mounting. Up top the Toffees were toothless. For the second time in 3 Premier League matches, they were unable to find the target with a single shot. Before this, they had managed to muster at least 1 shot on goal in each of their last 80 games. Norwich won 50th, Watford won 6th, Burnley 4/5, Leeds 13/8, Everton 10/3, Brentford 7/2 courtesy of William Hill. The return of Dominic Calvert-Lewin to the side had been heralded as a key turning point for their fortunes, but since coming back from a broken toe, he has yet to score or assist in 6 starts. Everton are winless in 11 away matches, the worst run they have endured since the 2003-04 season. They have won just twice since September. Having started the season aiming for the top, Everton were among the front-runners when the campaign kicked off after winning 4 of their first 6. They are now dredging up unwanted records at the bottom. Only Watford and Norwich have lost more games than Everton's 15 in the top flight this season, 18 each. With still 13 matches to go, they are in danger of setting a new club record for most defeats in a season. That record currently stands at 22. Only 3 clubs have conceded more goals too, with Norwich, Watford, and Leeds the only sides to have leaked more than Everton's 46. It is a worrying sign for Pickford, whose spot as England's number 1 could be under serious threat, even if his side should evade the drop this season. The form of Arsenal's Aaron Ramsdale and the influence he has had on their surge into the top 4 will not have gone unnoticed by Gareth Southgate, especially as Pickford continues to struggle. His performances, nor those of his teammates, have failed to raise dramatically following the arrival of Lampard. There has been a run to the FA Cup quarter-finals courtesy of wins against Brentford and Boreham Wood, but league form has not shifted. In fact, since Lampard's arrival, Everton are in the bottom 3 of the Premier League's form table. Bottom side Norwich and Leeds, who have just made their own managerial switch, are the 2 sides below them, with all other sides gaining ground on the Merseyside outfit in that time. Of most concern will be Burnley who, despite having played a game more, have a better goal difference and sit just a point behind Lampard's men. The former England icon has admitted he is looking forward to getting back to Goodison Park for their next 2 fixtures. Everton host European football chasing Wolves at the weekend before a pivotal game in hand against Newcastle on Thursday, March 17. Failed to pick up points there, and the ask to survive looks even more arduous, with matches against Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United and West Ham still to come. Lampard knows they must start to pick up results. They cannot rely on clubs below them losing forever.